everybody, it's Coach Brett with Zen and Yard of Triathlon, and today we're going to talk about nutrition for an Ironman or a half Ironman. And it's a beautiful day outside. I just did a 3-hour bike ride. I've got the windows open. It's the middle of the day. It's just a great day. And this is going to be the last episode for probably a week or so that we film indoors because it's Thanksgiving week and we're going on the road. We're going to do lots of cool stuff. So look forward to that. And I want to talk about nutrition, but before I talk about nutrition, I want you to watch this video, the alternative ending video of the Iron Baby that Emily shot of me when I finished, and I want you to watch the energy level, the emotion, the happiness of somebody who's finishing an Ironman and feeling good. So let's watch.
Okay, we are at the end of the Iron Baby. Brett should show up into the light in just a second. He is doing awesome. I don't know what his time is, but he's definitely shaved off a whole bunch off last year's time. The Iron Baby himself has crashed out in the car. He isn't here to enjoy the end, but here he comes. Go, Daddy, go! Woo-woo! Go, 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 go! There it is. That is it. Let me come around this way.
Wait.
Stop.
There's Emily. I just crossed the finish line, 6:40 p.m., which is a 12:25 Ironman, and we still need to take off a little bit of time for the swim transition because it's exceedingly long. It doesn't, part of it doesn't count. So.
Why are you acting like you're tired?
You said that last year.
I did not.
Why am I acting like I'm tired? So did I look good, Carlson?
Yeah, you did awesome, eh? You seem a lot better than last year even. Every year it gets better and better.
Vegan, man, vegetarian.
Yeah. You have anybody you want to thank?
It's nice to be 10 pounds lighter.
You have anybody you want to thank?
I want to thank.
Give props.
Oh wait, let me stop this one. I want to thank you, Emily.
Oh, is that me?
Emily and Kai.
The Iron Baby himself.
March of Dimes. Ronald McDonald House, because I said it one time before, I don't ever want parents to have to hear, I don't ever want to hear those beeping machines ever again for the rest of my life.
Nope.
To keep babies alive. And if this helps, if you help by donating, then we can make that dream come true. And all the people at work that came out, and all the people on the internet that supported, and then
Roxy and Suji.
Roxy and Suji, the dog and the cat. Matt and John for coming out with me. Dawn for swimming with me.
Brandon for running with you.
Brandon for running with me. And then also Rob Gamma for calling all the way from Canada several times. And we put him on speakerphone and he cheered us on.
And Morgan.
Awesome.
Morgan.
Oh, and Morgan. Metabender rocks. That's where the tracking stuff's come from.
You're very cute. Okay. Is that it?
That's it.
So proud of you.
Okay, you see I've got my hands over my head and I got lots of energy and I came running across the finish line. Lots of people finish long distance triathlons like that, and I have too. I've got pictures of me on the ground in an emergency blanket with Kai hitting me with a stick because I was just so wasted. But the last two Iron Babies that I've done, I've actually felt really good. So here are some strategies to really help you finish feeling good, feeling strong. And for example, this whole week, this is the week after the Iron Baby, I've been out working out, been feeling fine. So number one is to cut caffeine out of your diet. The rule is supposed to be 2 weeks, but I think it takes about a week to get the job done. So I say 3 weeks before race day. And what that does, it gets all the caffeine out of your system. Caffeine actually has a half-life, so it lasts in your system for a long time. You want it out of your system so that when you use it on race day, it really works. It becomes a performance enhancer and it works great. It's one of the best ever. Okay, so the night before, well, the whole week leading up to the race, you don't want to carbo load. You don't want to carbo load. What you're doing is you're just working out less as you taper, so you don't need all those extra carbs in the first place. the amount of carbs that you're used to taking in is essentially carbo loading anyway. So you don't want to overdo the food because it just is too much in your stomach. And then the morning of the race, you want to get up about 4 hours before the race start and eat a bunch of calories of easily digestible food. So I eat 2 bagels, like the big bagels. And what happens is by the time the race starts, all that food has left your stomach and is now in your system and ready for you to use. It's a really great trick. Okay, and then after that though, you know, like 2 hours before the race start, when you get up and you eat about 4 hours. I eat 2 bagels 4 hours before the race, and then I go back to bed. And then you get back up on your normal time to get ready for the race, and you have like a small breakfast, you know, whatever you usually have before a big ride or something like that. And then let's see, I got my list right here. Eat a normal breakfast whenever you get up. Okay, right before the swim, you want to drink the equivalent of a Gatorade, like a 16-ounce Gatorade. You're going to be going for an hour plus in the water with no fueling, and you would never do that on the bike or on the run. So, and no hydration. So this will really help. Gives you the calories you need during the swim and the water that you need. Okay, a lot of people never think about that, but it helps a ton. So, and electrolytes. Okay, so now let's say you're done with your swim and you get on the bike. You want to settle in on the bike for a few minutes before you start eating, because getting on the bike and getting going is a lot of jostling and everything. So after 15 to 20 minutes, some people say they don't even start fueling until 20 to 30 minutes on the bike. That's when you start your nutrition plan that you're used to having, and you don't want to go into a half Ironman or an Ironman without a solid nutrition plan, something that works in training. But what you do is you wear your heart rate monitor and you look at the heart rate to tell you whether your nutrition is off or on. And for example, my bike ride today, 3-hour bike ride, was feeling good the first hour and a half, and this happens to me all the time. Then I start fading a little bit, and then I slow down on the nutrition a little bit, and then my energy levels come back up again. It's really weird. But my heart rate tells me that that's happening because I'm going as hard as I was earlier, but I'm not going as fast, and my heart rate's depressed. So you use heart rate to tell you how your body's responding to your nutrition and your hydration plan. Okay? And like we said on the last video, you need to make sure you're taking in about 1 liter per hour, depending on liter of water per hour, to dilute and transport the nutrition from your mouth, from your stomach, to your muscles. And a lot of people have a misconception, or not a misconception, but they get off because of the heat of the day is unusual. It's not something they're used to. You're traveling to a race, so it's usually not what you're used to training in. So it's either hotter or colder, more humid, more dry, higher elevation, lower elevation, and such. So, okay, so now here's the tricky stuff. Okay, you do a small amount of caffeine when you wake up. This is if you're successful at getting the caffeine all the way out of your system. Small amount of caffeine when you wake up, like half a cup of coffee or something like that, just kind of get you going for the day, get you excited and all that stuff. Then you hold off on it till you're about halfway through the bike. Halfway through the bike, I take a gel that's got caffeine in it, and then right at the end of the bike, another caffeine gel, and then halfway through the run. So that's 3 caffeinated gels spaced out, middle of the bike, very end of the bike, middle of the run. And that's enough caffeine to carry you through the race. Now, if you've been without caffeine and tapered yourself off of it, these 3 caffeines will rock your face off, man. You will run like crazy, man. It's great. Okay, now ibuprofin. So it's smart to alternate ibuprofin and Tylenol, stuff like that, but because then it's not too hard on your stomach. But this is what I did. It works just fine. Halfway through the bike, take 2 ibuprofen, and that makes the rest of the bike less painful. And then right when you're getting off the bike or right when you're starting the run, another couple ibuprofen, and that takes the edge off the brick run and getting started on the run. And then another couple ibuprofen halfway through the run. Ibuprofen can be hard on your stomach. All these things can be hard on your stomach, so you definitely want to try it in training before you do it. And these are drugs, and they're they mask pain. And if you have any kind of, you know, tendinitis, a chronic pain, that you need to be the judge and decide on whether you need to be masking this pain or not. I don't have any, right now, I don't have any issues of pain from bad form or something going on, you know, some injury. So it's okay for me to mask, you know, like a little bit of the regular pain. But a lot of people say, don't take ibuprofen, don't take pain masking, you know, Tylenol, stuff like that, because you need to know if there's something wrong. And I definitely believe in that. If I had something, I used to have pain in my knee, I would not take ibuprofen, because I need to know if I'm doing permanent damage to my knee. So that's it. Like I said, lots of little tips right there. Use as you will, and always use your best judgment, because Ironmans and half Ironmans are a big deal. They're very tough on you. So one thing I do when I go into these is I make sure I always have a smile on my face. If I can't keep a smile on my face, then I'm doing something wrong. And that's it. Okay, bye.